Hey everyone, welcome back to Body Bags. I've got a strange one for you this week. This is the latest release from Unearthed Classics. This is Calamity of Snakes. This is is it a Hong Kong or Vietnamese, Cantonese? Uh, it's like Chinese or Hong Kong, one or the other. The basic plot of this movie: you got these guys. They're building like a new apartment, like big apartment block or whatever. And while they're getting ready to build it, they come across a huge pit of snakes. So instead of waiting for like animal control or whatever, no, they just decide we got a forklift, not a forklift, a digger here. I'm just gonna crush all these snakes. So they do, and essentially you end up with a curse, if you will, from these snakes. And the snakes come in and they start attacking everybody. Now, you hear that and your first thought is okay, it's like your basic animals gone wild type situation. The only thing is, this movie falls into the same category as Cannibal Holocaust. All of these snakes they actually killed. So I'm talking thousands upon thousands of snakes, and this is a rough watch. And I mean, if I'm telling you it's a rough watch, you know it's a rough watch. Like, unlike something with Cannibal Holocaust, where you have the animal cruelty scenes, and you know they're horrible and everything, but they're just a part of the a part of the story. In this, it's the entire story. This entire movie. This is 96 minutes essentially of violently and horrifically killing snakes. You got this one guy who's this kung fu guy. He's freaking kung fuing snakes and chopping them up with a sword and ripping them apart and everything. You get this part where they let out these about, I don't know, 8 or 10 mongooses on a bunch of snakes, and it's a definite scene of it's just well, we got all these snakes, throw some mongooses in there, let them rip them up, and we'll film it. This is a very rough watch. Whether you like snakes or not, this is a rough one. The story itself is actually kind of interesting, the idea that that it's almost like a curse, their actions with this big pit of snakes has directly led to the events of this movie. Now, this movie, like I said, it's rough. I'm not going to say this is a good movie. It is what it is. Man, I don't know how to rate this. I really don't, because is it an interesting plot? Yes. Are there good effects? Considering they just killed a bunch of snakes, I don't really consider them effects. It's more like a frickin' snuff film almost, even though snuff doesn't really exist. It's an interesting release. Let's put it this way. Do I regret buying this movie? No, because I'm collecting the entire Unearthed Classics line. I'm going to get everything that comes out. Will I be watching this movie again? Probably not. It was a very rough watch. So honestly, for a rating, I have to give this a 4 out of 10. And it's not even... I feel bad doing that because the actual story is interesting and everything, but snake genocide to make entertainment, I have a hard time with that. And I'm not squeamish, but let's put it this way. I would rewatch Cannibal Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox time and time again. It doesn't really bother me. I watch, Friday the 13th where they hack up that snake, But this just goes beyond good taste, I guess you could say. One thing you can definitely say, though, is Unearthed Films, being, the awesome company that they are, have made it that every release of this that they sell, portion of it goes to, charity for, snakes and everything. So that's kind of good, but, I think it's kind of the least you can do when your movie is, wiped out probably a quarter of all the snakes in China. So just saying. So yeah, there you go. 4 out of 10. If you really hate snakes, you'll love this movie. If you've got a soul, it's a rough watch. So yeah, take that for what you will. Yeah, that's it for me. See you next time.